Hi everyone, my name is Tamar McKee and I'm the manager of the Stephen H. Hart Research Center at History Colorado. Before me on the registration table display at History Colorado, I've pulled some archives from our collection that connect music, Red Rocks, my dorky love of archives, and the superband U2. So as the manager of the Stephen H. Hart Research Center at History Colorado, we are pulling archival materials for researchers all the time. And came the day when I set off on a personal quest to look up in the Barry Fay manuscript collection what he had for coordinating the legendary June 5th, 1983 U2 concert at Red Rocks. And with the Barry Fay collection, it is huge. There are boxes upon boxes in our collection, and a lot of them are what they have in the folders or what you see before us with the U2 archives I pulled. Really just transactional details about the ins and outs of putting the concert together, plans, orders, numbers, how many tickets sold, and so forth. But what I like about this collection is that, if you read a little closely, you can find some really kind of personal details, particularly with like the contract and the engagement rider shown here. You can see the U2 stage plan put next to one of our archival photographs, just to see what a rock concert looks like compared to, that's the New York Symphony playing there in the 1960s. I also like the facts that it can show that, the contract wasn't signed until June 2nd, which made their cancellation policy for the concert void, so that when the day of the concert came and the Irish band brought the Irish weather, they had to proceed playing under, really foggy and rainy conditions, and it made for one of the most atmospheric and kind of famous rock concerts and rock films of all time. And I just love how, with these archival traces, just very subtly but surely, they show us kind of literally the backstage picture of what went into just such a legendary concert. And also, what I ended up doing with this is that I knew we had other Irish musicians connected to Red Rocks in the collection, and that's why I ended up pulling the Walt Conley manuscript collection. And the Walt Conley manuscript collection came to my attention like last fall when we got a call to look for some supporting materials for his Colorado Music Hall of Fame induction. The Colorado Music Hall of Fame is located at Red Rocks. And as I started going through Walt Conley's manuscript collection, I was just really struck at, hey, here is this black guy playing Irish music, and he is just owning it. He started his own club called Nostalgia. He was a filmmaker, an actor. He was local here in Denver. He went to a local high school. He went into the Navy after high school. And he happened to work at a ranch in New Mexico during the summers, which is when he met Pete Seeger. And it was through Pete Seeger's mentorship that Walt became a folk singer and then just really embraced Irish music in particular. So I like it how he says in this Walt Conley folk singer document there, he said if a bunch of boys from Ireland can come to the U.S. and play blues music, I can surely play Irish music. So I love how this display highlights our incredibly vast and rich archival collection at History Colorado that researchers can come and plumb for themselves. It's also the connection of music, Red Rocks, Irish music in particular, and just how, just the scales of things. The Barry Fay collection, it's rock stars, it's a huge boxes upon boxes of collection, not necessarily juxtaposed, but connected, complemented by, the very biographically rich, personal, local Walt Conley manuscript collection that I just feel is just asking for a writer to come in one day and write the definitive biography of Walt Conley. It's just such an amazing story.